has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned, heroes will die, and when they die, they stay dead. Progress autosaves constantly, so actions are permanent. The game expects a lot of you. How far will you push your adventurers? How much are you willing to risk in your quest to restore the hamlet? What will you sacrifice to save the thing on that hill there, the mansion, basically? Because I'm not allowed to read the whole thing. Hello and welcome to Darkest Dungeon, the early access build. Yes, I was very surprised to see this game was technically early access. Didn't really understand why, but after lots of, deliberating and dancing around the subject and just my friends talking about this game so much, I had to look into it, and I am impressed. So this is going to be my first play session of the game. And we are just going to go ahead and open up a new, level, I guess. What should we call it? What should we call this first campaign that I'm going to do in this game? Not meant to rhyme. Let's call it, Hollow's Quest. Okay, alright. Pretty lame name. I admit it. But it does the job, alright? It does the job.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
And now, you should probably understand how the game, or at least the game's lore and sort of feel is. You know, you kind of get the gist of it. That is some brilliant voice work and a really, really simple yet cool story. But now we have to look at the gameplay. Because everything so far in terms of lore in that kind of Dark Souls-y feel, you know, is really fucking awesome. But is the game awesome? I don't know. Let's find out. Find your way to the hamlet. You are currently in a room. To move forward, you need to click to the next room on the map display. This will take you to the connecting hall. So, the whole world is set out as though you're exploring a dungeon, right? Obviously, right now, I'm outside. Our what are they called? The carriages? Yeah, our carriage is just broken down. And it's myself and one other guy, I guess. This Reynold and Dismas. He's a highwayman and this guy's a crusader. And the idea is that we're heading to this mansion to take down that old evil. Pretty simple story, really cool, and I'm liking this sort of layout. We have all these stats and whatnot, and obviously I'm a brand new player, so you will have to forgive me on, you know, just being new to the game. And if you have any advice or tips for me, please go ahead and let me know in the comments. But yeah, this whole video, the whole point of it is just, what is this game? And why is everyone going on about it? So we have 4 abilities here. You can check those out in combat, but we can actually swap them around, like have who we want at the front. It makes sense for the guy in the armor to be at the front. So this guy has smite, a ranged attack, another different attack, it's a stun, and a bulwark, which is just protection. Okay. Then this guy has take aim, which is like an extra moment, I guess, to aim. Open vein, which is a bleed. And pistol shot, which is another range. So they both have a ranged attack, and this one has more because he's got 2 because he's got a gun. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap them around and have the knight at the front because that just feels like that makes more sense. So let's move to the room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
If you prefer the mouse, you can click. All right, I'm going to use the keyboard though. Look at that background, like this style.
Dispatch
oh, here we go.
Thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Oof. Okay. What terrible strength. Wow. Okay. So, pretty simple stuff. It's a turn-based combat game. Straight off the bat. It is what I feel when I first saw this game and saw the combat and everything is, you know how popular and successful South Park was? That combat system. It was really simple and kind of Final Fantasy-esque. In fact, more like Final Fantasy, the first Final Fantasies that were so successful. And when you look at a game like Isaac Rebirth or just Isaac or Vanilla Isaac, whatever, that is ultimately the original vanilla style of Zelda, the original Zelda style. When you're doing these cave dungeon crawling, like top-down events and exploring and whatnot, as Link. And it was brought back to this generation in the form of Isaac, and it's so insanely successful. And this is an old version of a game that was so successful, brought back to our day and time. And I'm really excited to try this. So, it's combat is turn-based. On your hero's turn, you get to click on a skill icon and then click on the target you want. Pretty simple shit. Alright. So there's different requirements, whatever. So it looks like my knight was attacked there and actually became afraid of what happened because he took some damage, and his stress level actually went up and he backed off because he's apparently a coward. Great to have a knight that's a coward. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just open his vein. Since we're right next to him, we have to use a melee, so he's now bleeding. He's quite low on health. We have smite, stun. Stun would probably be good, but I feel like smite's probably going to be the best idea because it is going to finish him off. There we go.
As falls, a faint hope blossoms.
500 gold. 500 gold. Gold greases palms, builds empires, and instigates murder. So we rifled through the corpse, and that's what we got. Alright, can we please swap again? Mr. Knight, can you please not be so cowardly? Now, what is that? What just happened to my character? His stress level actually just went up. I guess being in this area has caused him to increase his stress. Interactive objects. While exploring, you will often find interactive objects. You can click on them to investigate them. Okay. Brigand's Tent. Clearly where the ambushers camp. Well, we can have a look inside. They left valuables. They had gold and onyx.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
So about 500 gold or so in terms of value from the onyx there. That's really cool. His stress level is going up. Bit of a coward. I think we have to go through that door. Okay, cool. Whoa!
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Right. So we have a big guy. He's a brigand, a bloodletter. He is a human, and he has low speed. This guy has high speed and high dodge, and this guy has really low dodge. Okay, so he's very resistant to stun, debuffs, bleeds, and blight. This guy is not as resistant. So I think a stun is going to be really important here. But the problem is this guy's quite resistant to stuns. So if we stun the little guy and go for the big guy, that'd be great. So we're going to go for the big guy. What can we do? We can Grape Shot Blast, which will maybe crit, Pistol Shot. I say we just do a Pistol Shot. There we go. Didn't do much damage. They're surprised, so I get to go first. Bulwark of Faith. That's probably just like a protection thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do Stunning Blow. And I'd like to do it on the guy in the back, but I guess I can't. I gotta go do it on the front. Okay, alright. We're gonna Bulwark then to protect ourselves, because I think they're gonna do some nasty damage to the knight. So I decided to put my shield up. So because they were surprised, I get to go twice in one row. I didn't realize that, but that's pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna set this guy bleeding, which is what I should have done first. He resisted the bleed. Not good. And we're gonna try and stun him. Landed the stun. He's stunned. Perfect. So it's only the little guy that's gonna attack. Fortunately, I had that shield on, so I took less damage. Cool, so he missed his turn because of that. We're going to try and bleed the big guy yet again. He resisted again. Bastard. Oh, God. Alright, we're doing alright, we're doing alright. Okay, so he's finally woke up. He's hitting us with a gigantic whip. He's quite hurt. Alright, we're going to go for just a smite. Do some damage. There we go. He's really low. Round 4. Point blank shot. Okay, so he's just doing a quick shot. That's fine. God damn it, he's such a coward, that knight. My coward knight. Ah, and he's hurt. Alright, so I can bleed. I'm kind of hurt. It's kind of important that the knight's at the front, man. So that took up my turn. I should have probably attacked. Okay, lots of learning going on here. Sorry, guys. Let's try out this attack, you know? Give it a shot. I mean, it killed him.
Perhaps the turning point.
Alright. So first things first. Bleed him. That's it. Get the crit. Insta-kill. You're outmatched. That was cool. That was sweet.
This expedition at least promises success.
So we got 100 gold. We got a jade, which is dull green like rotting flesh. We can use some holy water to purge evil and restore purity. Okay. And we have a crest, a signal honor earned by family actions long since past. Alright. Sweet. Okie doke. So the quest is complete, we can leave the dungeon. So that's just the base dungeon, little sort of explanation. Now there's a chest here. I'd like to look inside. Something doesn't look quite right with this one. Well, let's learn what's wrong with it. It's trapped. Should have known better. So I'm poisoned. It's 3 turns or something, I think, and 2 damage per tick. Okay, that's fine. I'm alright on health. That's why I had the knight do it. Just wanted to have a look, man. I had to check it out. Okay, so we gotta leave the dungeon then. Got it. Oh, click to exit dungeon. Sorry, guys. I was like wandering around there. I was dumb. Okay, there we go. We got 5,000 gold for a reward. We actually found 625 gold during the entire thing. We have some onyx and jade, which we can sell. And we have several crests, which I'm not sure what's the purpose of yet. So we have a level up system, which is cool. And this character has, well, they both got more resolve, but there's something popping up here. I've unlocked quick reflexes, which means that I assume he will react faster in general in combat, which is good. Good start. Although he's a bit of a coward so far.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Okay, so this is the town, the hub. This is the first week. The ruins have been unlocked, so we've unlocked some sort of new thing. And my character's actually popped up saying he needs respite. They actually need to rest because they're hurt. That's totally understandable. Cool. So they're now Apprentice Crusader and Apprentice Highwayman. Alright, so let's have a quick look over at our hamlet. The Hollow Quest Estate. The Hollow's Quest Estate. Well, that's probably a bad name. Yeah, we've worked that out. So Embark would take us onto a new journey, a new dungeon quest. We have the Stagecoach, which will recruit new heroes.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Okay, so what we've done is actually unlocked a section of the road, and now we have like new adventurers who are going to come join us. We can actually completely remove the current party and have new people in it. So while we're here, we should spend some resources on upgrading the Stagecoach network. This will increase the number of heroes available here in the future. To upgrade, you can click on the plus symbol on the left. He is a creepy looking motherfucker, and he's the actual main character. He's the narrator, actually. Okay, so we only have 2 people who are seeking Vestal right now. Seeker Vestal, sorry. Just seeking us in general. And we can do some new stuff here. So upgrading the Stagecoach increases availability. Yep. Alright, so we can upgrade the network if we wanted. So increases the number of available heroes to 3. But I think you can only have 4 people in your pie, right? I think. I'm not 100% on that. Hero Barracks increases the size of roster to 11. Okay. Wow, okay, so you can actually have up to 9 right now, and I can improve it to level to 11. I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the Stagecoach network. Yeah, let's do that.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
So that actually allows us to have an extra person that's going to come soon, I guess. Cool. So, we have a doctor here that we'd like to add to the party, and we have a Vestal.
Battlefield.
And we have a full party of 4 now, or at least as many as we can get now. So I assume maybe you can get up to 9 people at once, or maybe you get a roster of 9 at first, and then you choose between 4 to take with you. Alright, so it's really important that we make sure these 2 bitches have a rest, because they're whining. So we have a tavern here, which I've not actually got unlocked. We have a wagon. We have a statue or something, it's just a bit broke. Blacksmith. We have the guild. A sanctuarium. And on the top we have the abbey. Okay, what's this? This is the graveyard. You can actually view who's died.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Man, why are you gonna be so grim, you know? Why are you gonna be so grim? Jesus. Alright, so I really need to get them rested. Is there a way to do that? So far, it doesn't actually look like I have a way to have them rest right now, because the inn, which is what I assumed, is not unlocked.
Your work begins.
Okay, so first things first, we have 4 different places that we can actually go to in the future, but we've only unlocked 1 right now, which is the ruins. We're going to have to clear a path to the boss and defeat this area, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for it. What the fuck? It's like spinning the blood around, alright. So we've chosen the actual one we want to do. It's a skirmish. Unholy abominations burning the light against itself. Meet them in battle and learn how they fight. So I have to choose 4 people. As you can see, this only has... Maybe different missions can allow different numbers of players. But this is the 4 that we can actually do right now. And we're going to go. So we need to choose our provisions.
Measured now in gold. Later, in blood.
Jesus Christ. So it's very important that we take these provisions with us every time. We have quite a bit of money right now, actually. 6,000 is quite a lot compared to this, but I gotta be careful with how much I spend, I guess. So, Holy Water is gonna purge evil and restore purity. We actually have 1 of these, so it's cool. And torches restore levels of light. I think having enough torches is gonna be really important. So, I'm gonna buy 5 just to start with. In fact, no, we're gonna need plenty, so I'll just bring 10. That'll do. Shovel used to clear obstacles and break into things. We have food. Eat to restore health and stave off hunger. Okay, that's really important that we have plenty of food. I'm going to bring 8. 8 food. Cool. Bandage used to stop bleeding. Okay, good. We'll just bring a couple bandages. Cure diseases. We'll bring a couple of those. A key can unlock boxes. We'll just bring 1 of those. Just 1. And we'll take a shovel just to break into something. Anti-venom. Yeah, we'll take 3 of those as well. Alright, so we spent a lot of money here. I don't know whether this is right, but this feels like a logical thing to bring with us. Just as general, like, we have some medical supplies, we have anti-venom, we have bandages, you know, we have things that can restore our health. We have plenty of food to heal up our, like, characters when they're hurt.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Okay. So it looks like we're in the building, or at least an old building, a ruins, I guess. And we can actually zoom out here, and you can see the whole dungeon on this map, which is really cool. I was just wanting to see if there was anything in the background we could mess with. I mean, look at them do the moonwalk. Alright, now we gotta go to the next room. Let's go. Okay. So, let's have a quick look at these two new characters. We have Vabadon, who's a plague doctor who can do a ranged noxious blast, a ranged blinding gas, and a melee incision. And he can also cure bleeds and blight on himself. Okay, pretty good. Next we have Malvelet, who is a Vestal who can mace bash, dazzling light, which is ranged, and it's a stun, by the way, I think. Divine Grace, which is a heal, so she actually can heal us. Awesome. And Hand of Light, which is a ranged damage type. Okay, cool. I think this is a fine sort of section to have our party members in. She's already getting afraid. Whoa there. Hello there, brigands. We have the Bloodletter. We have the Cutthroat. Oh, they're attacking first as well. They got the surprise on us. Slice and Dice. Oh, he double criticaled us.
About to break.
Jesus, that was bad. Alright, how are we going to do this?
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
So, this one can hit all three. And I can take aim. Alright, we gotta attack fast. I think I want to try and hit as many as I can at once. So, boom. We're going to hit the one in the back, actually. See if we can make him hurt. Next, we're going to do a quick heal. Because this guy's quite hurt. So, there we go. Hit him up for 5 and he's back. Next, we want to Bulwark of Faith. He's at the front. We're going to get a shield going. Next up, we are going to go ahead and try and stun. It can hit 2. Let's stun. Let's try and stun. We're going to try and stun the one that isn't hurt. There we go. He actually might double stun. Yes, double stun. Awesome. So we put up a shield. He's attacking the guy with a shield. Barely took any damage. We got the heal going. He is bleeding, however. It's a problem. Okay. So these two are stunned right now. So our focus is going to go on big guy. We're going to try and get him bleeding. He's bleeding. Awesome. The stun has worn off. Bandage. Your hero is bleeding. If you wish, you can use a bandage from the inventory to stop the flow. Right-click on the bandage when it's... Okay, alright. So I have to choose to use a bandage while on this character's turn. And you can go in the inventory like this, and we can stop the bleeding. So we'll just do it, just to try it. Look at that visual effect. That's really nice. And now he's going to stop bleeding. Awesome. It didn't actually take up my whole turn as well. So, we're going to go ahead and... We could range the guy who's hurt. Yeah, let's try and kill him. Ah, no, he's out of range. Shit, the big guy's really in the way, man. Alright, we're not going to be able to stun him. Let's just do some damage. 12 damage. He's nearly down. He's bleeding. Okay. Get this ranged attack going. Only 2. Pretty shit. And oh, it's because it's a stun and he resisted. Yep. Okay, right. Blinding gas. Again, let's try and blind them. Come on. Yes! Alright, good. Keeping these stuns going is really important. It's stopping so much damage. We have the Bulwark and... Fuck, dude. Jesus, he hit me for 10 with a crit. The knight is hurt. Good thing we landed that stun. We're going to go ahead and get another heal here. Keep this guy alive. Keep him up. Cool. Next up, we want to finish this guy, really. So, I can get a 75 hit. This is 80, so we're going to go for the one that does more. Really not doing much damage, but he is now bleeding and has blight on him, so he's poisoned. Now we're just going to go all in. Finish the job. That's it.
Greater the glory.
Alright, stun's worn off. They're ready to go. So, first things first, set the bleed. There we go. Ah, I resisted the bleed. But he's really hurt now. He's really low. He's really low. He's on the knight. Oh, good thing we healed him. Resisted the bleed. So, go for the weaker one. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Finished him off. And you're dead too, bitch. Yes! Successful. Successful.
A trifling victory.
Alright,
But
mate.
a victory nonetheless.
I was happy about that. Sun Cloak. Gives you dodge.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I'm going to put it on the knight who's the most hurt, but I got a cloak there, which actually gives me some protection and dodge, which is pretty cool. So, it'd be nice if we could heal up. I think you're going to need to have a bit of food, mate. Like, look at this. Whoa! Please tell me we didn't get surprised. We did! Shit! Oh, she's so low. Don't attack her! Don't attack her. She's stressed out, man. She's stressed out. He's bleeding. He's got one more bleed before he dies. He crit. No!